Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to DeveloperMaroof. In today's lesson we will learn about arrays in JavaScript. Arrays lets us store multiple values in a single variable, and they are one of the most useful data structures in programming. We'll learn about how to create arrays, access elements using indexing, and use common arrays methods to manipulate our data. Arrays are everywhere in JavaScript, so mastering them is essential. Let's start coding. I've already created our HTML file and linked our JavaScript with it, so let's write our JavaScript. So let's start by learning different ways to create arrays. The most common way is using array literals with square brackets. Let me show you practically. Array creation, and let me show you method one, which is array literals. This is the most common way. Let's say fruits. This is our variable of array, and we can put any data type here. Right now I'm only writing our string values. So let's say apple, comma, banana, comma, orange, and our semicolon. And let's log this to see its value. Let's say fruits and save this. You can see we have our arrays in our console. We have all the values. These are the indexes 0, 1, 2. Index always start with the 0 and so on. So this is the first method. Let me show you our second method, which is using array constructor with the new keyword. Let me show you that as well. Const. Let's have our numbers is equals to new array, and we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's log these numbers. Let's save it. You can see we have our array here starting with 0 indexing. So this is our second method, how we write arrays or create arrays. We can also create an empty array. Let's name it method 3 and const empty array and keep it empty and log this. Okay, you can see we have our array here which is empty because we haven't added any value here. So let me show you another thing, which is array can have different data types values. Let me show you that as well. Array with different data types. Let's say const mixed array, and let's have our hello, and let's add a number 42, a boolean, and our null data type, and our undefined. If you don't know what is data type, you can watch our previous lessons where we have covered all the data types. Let's log this to see. You can see we have our array with all the data types here. It's a string, it's a number, it's a boolean, it's a null, and it's a undefined. So arrays are flexible. They can store any type of value. Now let's learn how to access elements in an array. Like array use zero based indexing, which means the first element is at 0 index, which you can see here. The first element always starts with a 0 and 1 and 2 and so on. So let's comment these out, and let's have our comment array indexing, and let's add a const. Let's name it colors, and array, that's a red and green and blue, yellow, and let's have our purple. So to access the first value, we always use 0. Let me show you in the log. Let's add a log, and let's have color, which is this variable. You can see we have our values here of all the arrays. If you want to access this first one, which is red, you should add an array bracket and add 0. So the 0 is its index. If you put here 0, you will get red in the log. You can see if we add 1, we will see green. If we add 2, we will see blue, and so on. So this is how we can access element based on 0 indexing. So this is our first. Let's add others as well. Let's have 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see red, green, blue, yellow, purple with the 0, which is red. 1 is green, blue, 2, and so on. So if you want to access the last elements, like starting from the last element, we should always use length -1. So let me show you that as well. Let's add a log here. So log, if we say colors, and inside our array bracket, we should add colors.length. So colors.length will give us the length of this array, like starting from 1. So this is red is 1, and this is 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the 5. The colors length is 5. So lengths always start with 1, but the indexing start with 0. And if we want to get our last element, we should always use colors.length minus 1. You can see we have purple here. So this is how you can get our last element. If we want to have our yellow value, you can say -2, then we will get the yellow one. If we have 3, and so on. So that is how you can get our last element of an array, or last value of an array. So if we try to access any value which is or like any index which is not, or which does not exist, we will get undefined. Let's have our log and see colors, and let's say 10, because there is no value on index 10, because we only have these 5 values, which is starting from 0 to 4. So after that we don't have any value, so we will get undefined on that. You can see we have undefined. And if you want to modify any element inside an array, you can do it like this. If we say we have to put colors, which is our variable, and whatever value you want to modify, let's say I want to modify this red, so we will add our index here, and let's have is equals to pink. And if we log now, see colors, and if we save, you can see the value has been changed to pink, but before it was red. And if we add a log here, you can see it will update the original array. It will not create any copy of array to change it. You can, if we expand it, you can see we have pink in our 0 index. Before that we have red, but we updated it, so we are getting pink now. So this is how you can modify any array. So let's comment this out and move on to our next concept. Or let me show you our array length, which I have told you just now. Let me explain more about it. So every array has a length property that tells us how many elements it contains, right? So I've already shown you here the length always one more than the last index, because indexing start with a 0 and that length start with 1. So that's why I am subtracting length with minus with 1, because here we have our 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the 4 indexes, and the length of it is 5. So that's why I am subtracting it with 1. So we will get here 4. So this is a, like, see it as a statement, and its result is 4. So inside this array bracket, we will get 4 here. So this color variable will see the 4th index of it and return us that value. Let me show you another example so you can make it clear. Let's have animals. Just add 2, dog, and let's say cat. And if we log this, animals, and let's add another log, animals.length. We save this, you can see we have our dog and cat with 0 and 1, and its length is 2, because it is it counts as 1 and 2 as a length, but as an index it counts as 0 and 1. So if we minus it with 1, we will get 1 now. You can see we have 1 index. So if we add this to our animals and have our array brackets, we will get cat here as an output. I hope I can clear more, but I think you get this one as well. So let me show you array methods, or adding elements to an array, how to add elements inside an array. So let's add a comment, array methods, adding elements. Let's say const. We can add animals here as well. Let's have our same values here, cat and dog. So in this concept, we will learn how to add elements inside this array. Like we will use push method to add any element to the ending of this array, like here. Let me show you practically. So let me add a log here first to see our animals, dog and cat. And let's add our push method, which is this one. This is how we will add elements to our array. It add to the end of an array. Let's have animals dot push to push any value at the last of this array. We will have our parentheses and put any value which you want to put inside this array, or add inside this array at the last or at the end of this array. I am putting, let's say, bird, and save. And if we log this, we can see we have our array dog, cat, and bird. So it will these methods will not update or modify the original array, but it will create a copy of that array and add this bird element or bird value at the last of that animals array, the copy of that array. So we have another method, which is the unshift method. It adds elements to the beginning of the array. Like right now we are having our bird value here at the last of this array, like on index 2. And if we want to add any element at the starting, like at the 0 index, we can do that with our unshift method or function, you can say. These are basically array methods. Let's say unshift. What it does is adds to the beginning. So let's have our animals dot same way unshift, and let's add fish. If you like this, you will see we have our elements here: fish, dog, cat, bird, and its length is 4. So you notice that we have our fish value at the starting index. So the unshift always adds at the starting, but push method will always add to the end of the array. If you want, you can add multiple values as well, like this, animals dot push. If you want to add multiple, let's say hamster, comma, with a comma you can add multiple values inside our array. Let's say rabbit, and save this, and let's add a log. You can see we have our hamster and rabbit at the last of the array. So I hope you understand the concept of the adding elements to an array. Let's comment these out, and let me show you how we can remove elements from an array. So these are the array methods which removing elements. So it is like same way, but these methods are used for removing the elements from an array, like pop, and another one is shift. So pop removes the remove from the end of the array, which we added with the help of push, and shift method will remove arrays from the beginning, which we have added with the unshift. So let me show you const, and let's add vegetables, carrot, tomato, onion, and let me show you its value first. Vegetables, we have our vegetables here. So let me show you the pop method first. It will remove the last element or elements. So let's add our last item. I'm creating this variable and adding our or storing our last element on it. Let's have pop. So it will pop the last element, which is this one, onion. It will pop this, and we will see our onion here. The reason why I'm storing inside this last item variable, because we will see our element which we have removed. So let's add our log here, last item which we have removed, which is this one, onion. And let's see our original array now, vegetables. You can see we have 3 values only now, but then we have our 4 values. So we also can't see here our 4th value, which was onion, but you can see here because now onion has been removed from the array. So this pop method will only remove the last element and return us our array. And now let me show you our shift method, which will do like remove the first, or like remove from the beginning. Let's see our first item which we will remove, vegetable.shift, and our method here, let's log this first item, vegetables. Okay, so you can see we have our carrot which we have removed because carrot is the first element. So this shift method remove this first element and return us the remaining values. So you can see now we have only 2 values because we have removed this carrot right here and we have removed this onion right here. So they modify the original array and return us our remaining values. So that's it for this part. Let's comment this out, and let's learn methods to find elements in array. So there are many ways to find elements in arrays, like indexOf method and lastIndexOf or includes. Let me show you practically so you can understand much better methods, array methods. And let's add finding elements. Let's say const names is equals to Maroof and Ahmed. Let's add Sarah, Ali, and let's have Maroof again. Let's add the same value. I'll show you why I added Maroof at the starting and at the end. So our first method is indexOf. What it will do is it will find our first index of element. So if we add a log, and let's add names dot indexOf, and let's add our value here. So we will get 0 inside our console. If you can see, we have 0, because if we see our Maroof, the index of Maroof is 0. So this is returning the index of Maroof value. If we add Ahmad here, we will see 1, because Ahmad is on 1 index, you can see here. So this is how you can get our index. If we add any value which does not exist inside our array, it will return -1. If we say not found value, because there is not any value named not found, so it will return -1. You can see here it is returning -1. So you have noticed that when we add names.indexOf Maroof, it is returning only 0. So what about this one? This is also Maroof, and this is Maroof. So for that, we have our method called lastIndexOf. It will start from the last index. So it will see for this value from here to here. But with this method, it will see from the 0 index to index 4. But with this one, which is lastIndexOf method, it will find our last index of element. So if you want to see, you can add a log and have our names.lastIndexOf Maroof. So it will show 4 now. You can see here we get 4 because this last index of try to find from here. So it is getting this one, showing this value index. So I hope you get this one as well. Let me show you the last method, which is includes. What it will do is it will checks if element exists or not inside an array. So let's add a log to see if includes we have Ahmad or not. Let's save this. We get our boolean here, which is true, because Ahmad is included inside our array here. If we add anything which does not include inside our array, we will get false. So it will only check if our array has a value or not. We save this, we get false, because John does not include inside our array. So these are the 3 methods how you can find elements. Let's comment these out. And now let me show you another concept, which is slice and splice. What is the difference between them? So slice and splice are powerful methods for working with array sections. So basically, a slice method creates a new array without modifying the original one, and the splice, it modifies the original array. So let me show you how. Let's say array methods, slice and splice. Let's add numbers. Let's say numbers 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and let's say 8. Save this. Okay. So let's see our slice method first. Slice, it will create a new array, and it doesn't modify original array. Okay, so let's add our slice is equals to numbers 1 dot slice, and let's have 2 comma 5. I'll tell you about these arguments, why I have put 2 comma 5, but let me show you first the log and save this, and let's have our original array to show you. Okay, so you can see inside our log we have our sliced array, which is returning 3, 4, 5, only 3 values, but our original array have 8 values from 1 to 8. So what this slice method does is, when we add 2 here, so this 2 is the starting point, and comma, the second argument is our ending point. Like if we want to get elements, like right here, I am getting values from the 2 index, starting from 2 index, like this is 0, 1, 2, from here, like from 3 to 5. So the second argument is our ending index, like from 2, 3, 4, 5. Like from here to here, I am telling this array to give me the values from the 2 index till the 5 index. So this 5th index will not count, so that's why it is returning us 3, 4, and 5, and it is not modifying our original array. When we log this, you can see we have our original array as it is. We have created the new one with a slice method. So that's how you can take control on our arrays. If we want to get from 0 index till 5 index, so we will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let me show you. If we change it to 0, you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, starting from 0 index till 5 index. So this is how we use our slice method. The purpose of it, to create a new array if we want any change inside an array. So these are the two arguments. That's how we can take control. We can also add one argument only. Let me show you that as well. Let's say sliced 2 is equals to numbers 1 slice and our 3. First let me show you its result. Sliced 2, and let's have our original array. Let's comment these out to see our log clearly. You can see we have our 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 because this one argument is this one only, because we haven't passed any stopping index. So the second argument is like telling our array to stop here, like from this to this. But with the one argument, we are telling it to get us the values starting from 3 index, which is 1, 2, 3, or 0, 1, 2, 3, like from here till here. And you can see it doesn't modify our original array. It is as it is. So that's how you can take control with one argument as well. So let's comment these out and let me show you our splice method. Let's add a log here, splice. And what it does is it will modify our original array. So if we add const number 2, let's comment this out as well. And let's say is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Save this. And let's add a log first. Numbers. Okay, so you can see we have our original array here. So let's remove some elements from our array. Let's add removed variable numbers dot, or let's say number 2 dot splice. This is our splice method. So let's add 1 comma 2. So what this 1 is, it is the starting index, and this 2 is how many elements we want to remove. So we are telling it from the index 1 remove 2 elements, like from 0, 1 here, from here 2 and 3, only 2 elements removed. So we will get 2 and 3 in the output, and our original array will be modified as 1, 4, 5 because this splice method modifies our original array. So let's log these both. Let's add our removed, and let's add our number 2 array, and let's log this, comment it out. You can see we have 2 and 3 on this log removed because we have removed these ones, and our original array is now 1, 4, 5 because it modifies our original array. So this is how splice work. If you want, you can also add elements inside an array with this splice method. Let me show you that as well. Let's comment these out, and let's have our comment here, splice method to add elements. Let's add our variable number 3 is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. Save this, and let's first log this array. We have our array. If we want to add anything like number 3 splice, so let's add, so this first argument is the starting index. Let's add 2, and the second argument is how many elements you want to remove. I don't want to remove anything, I just want to add. So this third argument and fourth and fifth and so on is our values which we want to add. So let's add a comma b. So on this 0, 1, 2 here, we will add a and b. So our output will be 1, 2, a, b, 3, 4, 5. Let's see it. Log our number 3 array. Let's comment this out and save it. You can see now it modifies our original array, and we are getting 1, 2, a, b, 3, 4, 5 because we have added these elements from index 2, which is 0, 1, 2 here. So this is how you can add elements to an array. Let's comment this out, and let's start learning our join and concatenation or concat method. So let's add a comment, array methods joining and concatenating. Okay, so let's learn about join method first. So join method converts array into the string. So this is the purpose of join method, converts array to string. Let me show you how. Let's add words. Let's say hello. Let's add my name is Maroof. And if we want to join these words into a string, we can do it like this. Const joined is equals to words, and in that words array we want to join these elements by space, because if we don't add any space, it will be tightened into a one word and it will be hard to read. If you want to add anything here, it will go in between these words, whatever these elements contain. So let me log this to show you clearly. Okay, so you can see we have converted this array into a string with a space, because we have added here a space, like telling this words array to join our elements with a space. So that's why we are getting the space. If we remove this space, it will be tidied into one word. Or if we add dashes, we will have our dashes here. You can add anything, but I prefer to use space. So we are getting hello, my name is Maroof, and our original array as it is. So that's how join method works. Let me show you our concat method, which is used to join two or multiple arrays with each other and create a single array. Let me show you that. Concat method, it combines arrays into one. Let me show you how. Let's have our array 1 is equals to 1 2 3 const array 2 is equals to 4 5 6, and let's add array 3 is equals to 7 8 9, and let's add our combined. And if we want to join these arrays, if I want to join array 2 into array 1, I can do it like this. First I will put array 1 because I want to join another array with it, and let's have our dot concat method, and inside these parentheses we can add our arrays here. Let's put array 2, and let's save this, and let's add a log combined. Okay, so you can see we have combined these two arrays with each other from 1 2 3 4 5 6. If we join array 1 to array 2, we can do it like this. Just put array 2 and array 1 here. So now it is 4 5 6 1 2 3. So this is how you can join two arrays. If you want to join multiple arrays, you can do that as well with const all combined. Let's add array 1 concat and put our arrays here with the comma. As many as you can join. Let's add log and all combined. Save it. You can see now we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 because we have combined these three arrays. So that's how concat method works. Let's comment this out, and let me show you other two methods, which is reversing and sorting. These are also an array methods. Let's add reversing and sorting. So let's first add a comment reverse. It will just reverse our array. It reverses array and modifies the original array. So let's add our letters is equals to A, comma B, comma C, and so on, and let's just add letters dot reverse. So this is how you can reverse. Now the output will be CBA, not ABC. We just reversed it. Let's add a log. You can notice it modifies the original array, like reverses the original array. Now we are getting CBA with this reverse method. And now let's see our sort method, which will sort our array. So first let's create our unsorted array. Unsorted, let's add this one. So you can see this is unsorted array, unsorted numbers. If you want to sort it, so you can do it like this, unsorted.sort method. And now it is sorted. It will give us result with the sorted numbers like 1 2 3 and so on. Let's add log, and it will modify the original array. So you can see now we are getting 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 because we have 2 1 1 here 1 here. So now it's sorted and modifies the original array. Now comment this out, and let me show you our final method for checking if this value or this element or this variable is an array or not. So it will return us boolean values, true and false. Let's see this as well. Methods checking array. So to checking an array, we use Array.isArray method. So this is what we use to check arrays. So let's add our array here, numbers. So this is an array. So let's check this numbers variable if this is an array or not. We will private array.isArray. We are checking numbers variable. So this numbers is an array and it is getting true because this is an array. If we add anything else here like 1, now it's a number, it's not an array. So you can see we have false because this numbers is not an array. If we change it to a string, you can see it's still getting false because this is also not an array. So I hope you get this one as well. So that's it for today's lesson. You just learned about arrays in JavaScript, how to create them, access elements, and use common methods. Arrays are essential for storing and manipulating collections of data. Practice with these methods, try creating your own arrays and experimenting with different operations. So in the next lesson, we'll learn about loops, for loop, while loop, and do while loops. Loops let us repeat code, which is perfect for working with arrays. If this helped you, like the video, subscribe to DeveloperMaroof, and share it with someone learning JavaScript. Jazakallah khair for watching. Allah Hafiz.